How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Silas. Today I'm going to be reacting to a full album. This is a full album from Kim Dracula called A Gradual Decline in Morale. I apologize if I'm not at 100% energy today. I'm sick, but I really wanted to listen to this album. So I just checked out a song from Kim Dracula that was a new song, Molecular Conversion, and I really enjoyed it. And some people have suggested I go back and check out the first album from Kim Dracula. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'll probably be pausing in between most songs, but it looks like there are some interludes, so I'll probably let the interludes go into the next song, just because there's probably no need for me to give my thoughts on a 15-second interlude, you know what I mean? It probably leads right into the next song anyway. With this being on a YouTube playlist, I'm sure the transitions with those interludes are not going to be seamless, but that's fine. It's easier for me to record on a YouTube playlist than it is on Apple Music. So, that being said, I think we should get started. So this is Kim Dracula, A Gradual Decline in Morale, with the first song with the same title, A Gradual Decline in Morale. Interesting starting the album with the title track. It's only 2 minutes 4 seconds, not a long one, but I'm excited. So I kind of wish he put the music videos in these playlists, but it's fine. So yeah, let's get this thing set up. And without further ado, let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. Very disturbing album art too, to be honest. Okay. If this is more of an intro track, I might let it go into the next one too. We'll see. So far, it's given quite an intro. Ooh. Okay. Very grandiose. Love the organ. Wow, so it's so eerie sounding already. Kind of feeds into the whole Dracula name. Is that guitar? Okay. Very cool so far. That is ear piercing. Yeah. This is just an intro. I'll let it go into the next one. Oh. Wasn't the transition I was expecting. With slap bass? Okay. What is going on? Wasn't expecting the syncopated rap.
Can you feel that?
Interesting.
Oh shit. They said work it, bitch.
Oh.
They make you feel like you don't want to.
I love this. Oh, this is so cool.
but you don't really wanna work it, bitch.
I don't even know what to
Work it,
describe
bitch.
this
They
as.
said work it, bitch.
Very
They
dance
make you
pop
feel like
almost.
you don't wanna bet.
Wow.
And then they'll throw you in the deepest pit.
Love his voice.
You don't really wanna work it, bitch. Work it, bitch. I think they wanna mind control.
Oh.
They use me for your hero.
Yeah, kick that octave up for the chorus. What a great decision. And the halftime feel.
I'm saying will not hold up in court.
Okay, the track's speeding up now. Better change the subject before you get yourself in trouble, Kim. This is your debut album.
This sounds like
You have
a
one shot.
Smiling
Show what you
Friends.
can do.
Wake up, filthy.
Whoa. The trap beat with the really fast screaming.
Look, all I'm saying is I have to go to some really dark places to make this fucking thing. It represents everything I am, everything I'm not, but also everything I could have been. You're about to witness my death, my birth, and my fucking catharsis, you motherfuckers!
Not everything mentioned in this album is an opinion of Kim Dracula.
Okay,
himself. Lots of the
another
things that are
switch
sung
up.
or spoken are from the perspective
Interesting.
of others. Kim Dracula does not condone any of the acts mentioned that one might deem immoral in the rest of the album.
Let's go!
Yeah.
I managed to slip out something that holds within
Love his screams.
of artistic integrity.
Nice. Love the choral effect.
I may be
And a
selling,
slow down.
but it's on my terms, bitch. I think they want to mind control.
Interesting going back into this chorus.
For your hero. What I'm telling you, it ain't a joke. What I'm saying will not hold up in court. I think they want to mind control.
Key change.
They use me for your hero. What I'm telling you, it ain't a joke.
Such a good singing voice.
What I'm saying will not hold up in court.
All right. Before it plays too much of the next one. So yeah, that was the first two tracks, which is A Gradual Decline in Morale and My Confession. Very interesting. Okay, let's talk about it. The intro was very grandiose, definitely grandiose with the organ, the organ just reminded me, like, it kind of, I don't know if there's a theme from because obviously, like, Kim Dracula just reminds me of Dracula, the vampire, and that's what the organ reminded me of. It just kind of fit that vibe, and I don't know if that's what they were going for, but it just kind of fit the vibe. And then going into the next song, just definitely wasn't expecting to start with that slap bass. The slap bass was sick. And then an interesting style of kind of rap that I've never heard before. And then that chorus. Love the chorus. He's got such a good voice. Great singing voice. I love the dance pop part too. Like, I'm already loving this. I've experienced like 5 genres, and this has been 2 songs. So that's awesome. I really, really enjoy that. And yeah, I knew he did screaming, like the fast screaming. I didn't know it would be that fast, so that's impressive. Very interesting, and yeah, a lot of switch ups so far with timing. There was a key change in there. Genres, just a lot of switch ups, and so I'm interested to see how much of a journey this album is, because that it's a lot, but I love it. That's the kind of music I love listening to, is anything that's experimental, that'll kind of push the boundaries of what is kind of accepted as the mainstream. And to me, the mainstream these days is boring. So when I hear songs like these, I get excited because it's not boring one bit. So yeah, let's continue. Interesting interlude. Ooh. Already loving the trap mixed with metal.
I got that bass boom.
Wow. The way he started that vocal delivery almost made him sound like a guitar. That was interesting. Oh, I love this. Nice. Okay. Interesting. All right. That was... stop. It's auto-playing. Sorry, guys. That was The Pledge into Luck is a Fine Thing. Very interesting. I think, again, a lot of changes, a lot of switch-ups in that song, too. But bringing back some of the themes of the previous ones, like that rapping style he used in the second song, technically. I still can't pinpoint what to call that. I don't know. It's different. It's so interesting, the vocal range this singer has. Sorry. Because to be able to change your voice that much to execute all these different things, because he's going from really fast screaming, almost like a brutal like Fry scream, to this interesting like low voiced Marilyn Manson kind of gruff, almost speaking. Then there's the rapping in almost a different accent, it sounds like. And then that singing, which is, I don't know how to describe the singing, very hard rock punk singing. And then some of the falsettos he's throwing into. He's just got such a vocal range, and I'm here for it. Very, very nice. Instrumentally, this is impressive. This is very impressive. Just to also jump around genres like that. Some of the chromaticisms with those guitar leads are very cool. Because I love how they're mixing all these kind of different genres with the heaviness of metal. Sounds very, very cool. The one thing that I will say is I've noticed none of these songs are super long, which is fine. I love what they're doing with each individual switch up, that I think they could get away with making these songs longer and sticking with an idea for longer. Because now this doesn't bother me. Sometimes the whole ADHD thing bothers people of like bands like BT Bam and this kind of just jumping around genres. You never know what's coming next. Doesn't bother me because I love that sort of thing. I love to be surprised. I love playing around with structure and not following a standard song structure. But I do think some of these ideas are strong enough that they could keep it going for another, like they could double the amount of bars that they're carried for. Some of the singing too, especially because I don't know what it is about the singing. I'm really drawn to his singing voice. It's really, really nice. So yeah, really enjoyed this so far. The next song is Superhero. I think I'm gonna listen to the next two songs in a row. So it'll be Superhero and then RU. And RU is Kim Dracula with Kieran J. Callanan. I don't know who that artist is, so that'll be interesting. So yeah. Oh, I lied. Sorry. The next song is Drown. And then it's Superhero. So, and I'll listen to this going into the next song too. Ooh. Yes. Give me more of his singing. Ooh. Interesting keyboard voice there. I can't pinpoint what it reminds me of. Oh. Nice. Love this groove. It's nice slow tempo. Ooh, the electronic elements. Interesting. Surprising.
Everybody, I want everybody, I want everybody.
No one money, or fame, or power, I want a lifestyle.
Everybody, I want
Such unique vocal delivery. Adding layers upon layers of electronics too. Ooh. Ooh, the brass. What is that tuning? What a cool part. Hello? Okay, I was like, this isn't over yet. That couldn't have been almost 3 minutes. Nice. Oh. That was cool. Interesting pause in the momentum there. Oh. Wow. Love this EDM feel right here. Okay. That was Drown. This is Superhero. I have a lot of... yeah. I was waiting for that big hit. It started slowing down and I knew it was coming. That was an interesting song. Alright, we will continue in the next one in a second. Okay, that was Drown and then Superhero. So I will say I love the Drown was really, really something for me. I really enjoyed that. I love the mixture of electronics and some of this stuff. Very much EDM feeling in some of that, but also mixed with the metal. I think it melds so well, and the way it kind of flowed back and forth in that song, it just kind of went back and forth between electronic to metal. I think that was really neat. And just, yeah, again, I can't get over the vocals. The vocals are so good. That one part of Drown just got me where it was just that constant sludge note. I say sludge just because that's what the guitar sounded like. Just that low tune just hit on the zero. And it just created this groove, this heavy, deep groove. It was so good. I love that. That was so cool. One of the coolest parts I've heard so far off this album. Superhero, I didn't like as much. It might be my least favorite song I've heard so far. Not a bad song. It still had a lot of cool stuff going for it. I think it was just the chorus wasn't as strong for me. Because a lot of these choruses so far are really good. That one just didn't hit me as much. But I do like... I love these little falsettos he's throwing in here. And then, yeah, the rap parts, the low speaking parts, just gives it so much character. Superhero, definitely, the verses definitely had that eerie sounding. With the trap beat, too, it just sounded like creepy, I guess. Which I think that's kind of this band's vibe. Because, I mean, looking at the album cover, you can't say it's not creepy. You know, and definitely the one music video I've watched, which was the new song, Molecular Conversion, definitely had a creepy vibe to it. A lot of needles. So, yeah, I could see some of that creepy aspect kind of flowing through this album, which is cool. You know, it gives it character. The next song is Are You, and that's with the feature Kieran J. Callanan. Don't know who that is. Very 70s, 80s synth. Almost a warm feeling to the synth right here.
His mama said she was a teacher's pet. The thought of her begging to make him sweat. The thought of his breath coming down the neck. Kimmy was hanging out with a gun.
Nice. Love the adding the melody in there. Ooh. Interesting layered effect there.
He kept all his secrets locked in the vial. A son of a bitch, you're a pedophile. You're a pedophile. You're a pedophile. You're a pedophile.
I can't tell if it's a vocal effect or guitar, because I've heard both sound like that. Ooh. Very robotic sounding effects. Ooh, that high pitch. Okay. That sounded like it was going into something cool. That was Are You. That one. That was interesting. I don't know how else to describe that one. I feel like they kind of went for. It sounded like that the combination of sounds they used made me uncomfortable, but it felt like that's what they were going for. Also interesting, and I don't know if it has anything to do with the feature, but that one kind of stuck to one sort of feeling the whole song. It didn't have a bunch of switch-arounds. It kind of stuck to this industrial feeling the whole time, with just these eerie sounds and this building tension. And it felt like the tension got worse as the song went. So I'm sure that's what they were going for, but I can't speak for the band. But very, very interesting. I also wanted to touch on something. Lyrics. When I listen to music, my brain listens to instruments first, and then vocal melody, and then might pick up some of the lyrics, but I never listen to the lyrics until maybe later. So I caught some of the lyrics in that song. It sounded like it was touching on some serious subject matters. So I may go back later and check out the lyrics of this album, just kind of see what it's about, see if there's any concepts flowing throughout the album too. But whenever I do a first listen, lyrics is probably the last thing on my mind. That's just how I experience music. I let the instrumental and the vocal melody hit me first before I actually listen to the words. Unless it's saying something outrageous. But, you know, sometimes it's, you can't miss some lyrics. But, yeah, I'm always my ear's always picking up on the other stuff first before lyrics. So I just figured I'd let you guys know that if you're wondering why I haven't been touching on any of the lyrics, because I'm not hearing the lyrics. So, again, I like to listen to instrumental first, and then if I want to, I'll check out the lyrics later. Anyway, that was Are You, and next song is called Land of the Sun.
Oh, land of the sun, you won't fall in love. Oh, land of the sun, to remember.
Ooh. Nice bass there in the intro.
All they ever do is.
Oh. This is such a chunky riff. This is a heavy one.
Thank you very much.
Interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah. Back to the chaos again. This is nice. It's a nice little peaceful departure from the intro. And it's over.
It's always the same old thing every single fucking time. Back into January.
Ooh. Oh, that bass. Sorry. That bass is sick. Oh. What a creepy sounding chorus. I love it.
Here we go.
Bruh. What a breakdown. With the low scream to introduce it. And the slowdown. What was that vocal tone? That was so cool.
They ain't ready for me. 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 Llega midiendo 6 pies con una pulgada. El único. El de
Is that Spanish? Oh, we're speeding up. Wow. There's definitely a Spanish flair here. Back into the chorus, okay. Bruh, that's so cool. It's like these Spanish sounding horns on top of a trap beat. Something I didn't think I'd ever hear. What are these sounds?
Okay, guys, can we cut the track now?
Nice.
Guys, please, can we stop? Hey, please, stop. Stop. Thank you. Okay. I think we're gonna roll into the. I think we're gonna go in commercial now. Commercial break. All right, roll it.
Oh, there's an interlude next, so I'm sure it's the commercial. All right, that was Land of the Sun. Nope, stop. Sorry, guys. That was Land of the Sun. Interesting so far. I can't say I'm not intrigued. Yeah, I can't say I'm not intrigued. That one was a lot weirder. The last one was weird, but this one was weird in a different way. This one went back to kind of jumping around genres, which was interesting. There was a little bit of a Spanish flair at the end. There's definitely a spoken Spanish part, and then those horns. And again, those could be part of more of the Mexican culture. I don't know. I'm not very informed when it comes to some of the music around the world, just because I listen to a lot of just metal. But yeah, I thought that was interesting to kind of throw that in there and mix it with that trap beat at the end. And then also just yeah, it started with a very almost Slipknot type intro, just with the heavy chugging, just driving riff at the beginning with the screams coming in. And then yeah, just really they throw in these parts that are just like, because like I have too many thoughts to put into words. The chorus was definitely very eerie sounding, but definitely, you know, still not super heavy. It was just kind of weird. And then you get these super heavy parts, especially the breakdown. And then he's doing some interesting stuff with his screams too. So he doesn't just have vocal range with different kinds of like singing and rapping and spoken word stuff, but also his screams have a range too, which is interesting because like he does that high pitched scream, but it almost sounds like a snarl, which is it's brutal sounding. I love it. But also there's that lows he's using, and then he did some weird stuff with that high at the slowed down part. Very, very cool. The next song, well, the next is an interlude, The Turn into Divine Retribution. So we're going to listen to both of those. So...
You're listening to A Gradual Decline in Morale.
Nice.
Please keep listening. This may end up being one of your favorite albums of all time. I mean, you're already halfway in. Don't stop now.
You never know what to tell. Motherfucker got the weapon, but you can try to find someone to
This is
cover.
Divine Retribution. Definite vibe switch. Immediate vibe switch. Ooh.
Sick in the head. Shoot your fucking dad when he's lying in bed. Flick, 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 flick of my stick. Loading up the barrel with the flick of my wrist. Coming and coming, coming and coming and coming, coming.
I've got to do
So
something.
that was very corn-like.
I'll be remembered.
I will be remembered. This just in. A swarm of police officers were
Okay.
caught in a car chase. They are in fast pursuit. And get this, they appear to be going after the one and only Kim Dracula. Would you believe it?
Nice.
Wait, they're headed towards this building.
Oh. Oh, what a cool guitar sound. Love the double bass kicks too. That almost sounds like an alarm.
It's okay. That's the best part.
What is going on?
Completely justified.
Nice. Sounds like scat. Ooh, I love this vocal line. This vocal melody. It's very monotone, but it has that vocal layering and harmony. Love it. Wow. What a line to drop. There's those horns again. Beautiful singing voice. Okay. That was definitely interesting. So yeah, that was Divine Retribution. Interesting. That one might be the weirdest one so far. A lot of that one, a lot of the transitions were very abrupt, almost like it was switching radio stations, which may be what they were going for. The interlude definitely had a very radio type feel to it, so that was interesting. I love those. There's these little parts where he goes really soft and falsetto with his voice, and it's just beautiful. And then it drops into this super heavy stuff, and it's whiplash. I love it. Very, very cool stuff. Again, sometimes it jumps into genres. Like, I've definitely heard stuff similar, but like I some of the genres that they are experimenting with, I can't give a lot of thought on because it's genres I don't listen to. So I can say, oh, that sounds like something I've heard before, but I don't really have any more info than that because I don't know the genres as well. So, like, that song definitely had a pre-2000s pop vibe at some point. but I couldn't pinpoint what era and kind of exactly what it was. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. I'm not too familiar with some of the genres that he's jumping into, but very, very cool too, because it's just like it's interesting because you see a lot of bands. There's some bands out there that that do mess around with different genres. But they still have a base genre. So I think Between the Bear to me is a good example because they are very much a metal band. Do they experiment with jazz sometimes and country and like just different genres? Yes, of course. They had like a 1920s crooner thing in one of their most recent songs. Cool. But the majority of the song is still very much metal, very heavy, a lot of the screams. Besides maybe Coma Ecliptic album, that's an outlier. But anyway, they still have their base genre. This, on the other hand, is kind of not sticking to any base genre. While there is a lot of metal in it, but there's also a lot of other things to the point where it's balanced out. Like it's like there is balanced out to the point where you can't say metal is the base genre. That's at least that's how I'm experiencing it. Yes, you might hear screams and be like, all right, this is a metal band. But at the same time, they're doing all these jazzy things, big band sounding things, pop, EDM, electronic, just like, it's super interesting. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough about that. Let's jump into the next one, which is Undercover. We're going to listen to Undercover and then Industry Secrets back to back. This is Undercover. Already loving the feeling.
You all want a show? I'll give you all a fucking
Salsa.
show.
Yeah. See, that kind of intro just throws you off. And then now it goes into something different. I love it. Wow. Wow. Love that vocal tone, that delivery right there.
Are you sure you're telling me something that can represent the truth? Yeah. Are you sure you are telling me the truth? Cause it kinda seems like you're lying. Yeah. Look at me while I can do
Oh.
it. Is that true that I hate you? Look at me while I smile at you. I'm sorry if you're feeling blue. It's disgusting.
I love this so far.
Tasmanian devil, got the voice of the devil.
Yeah, I was expecting to drop into something heavy. I was waiting. Ooh. Wasn't expecting the power metal belt in the breakdown. Nice, nice transition back into the chorus. This chorus has a very emo feeling to it. That might have been one of my favorites. This is Industry Secrets. Sorry, Undercover was really, really good. I love that. I love the feeling of this already, too.
What a sunny day. Out on my red day.
Have we entered spy territory in the last two songs?
Till I'm ready.
This feels sneaky.
It's trendy for me. I just just need a target, you see.
Oh, whoa. What a sick riff. Oh, the blast beats. Oh, dude, yes, bring back that riff. Love that. The brutal vocals, bro, the snarl. Whoa. All right. Hold on. It's going to load the next song. Maybe not. Okay. Nope. There it goes. I knew it would as soon as I minimized. Anyway, that was Industry Secrets. The song before that was Undercover. Yeah. Very much just because of the feeling, the intro of that song, and then the title of the Undercover, it just gave me the spy theme. I was like, huh, interesting. I don't think Undercover, or I don't think Industry Secrets is definitely not leading towards the spy kind of theme, though. Because I heard some of the lyrics, and definitely it sounded like workplace stuff. So yeah, that's why because I picked up on some of that lyrics, I was like, I gotta look up the lyrics later, because it was like, what is he actually talking about? I need to know. The biggest thing that came to my mind during Industry Secrets, by the way, those two songs are, the last two songs might be my favorites so far. I do like some of the first ones too a lot, but those two songs really just, I love the sound of them. Especially, dude, the heavy riffs in Industry Secrets, really, really cool. And some of the just screaming vocals, the really fast screaming, I love that. What I wanted to say was, and I know I keep harping back to his vocal range, but I can't stop because it impresses me every time. The amount of just like, how to explain this? The way he sings is interesting, because most singers that have what you would call an impressive vocal range, you might say, oh, he sings really well and he has like a good pitch range, but he also does the screams and he goes highs and lows. Cool. Not only does he have an impressive pitch range with his singing, but he also changes the intonation a lot. And it almost makes it sound like it's a different singer. And I think that's really cool, because he will enunciate words different at some parts, and then he'll go and sing it more emo-like at some parts. He'll go into more of a Marilyn Manson kind of thing sometimes. It's just so much differentiating between like vocal parts. Even though they might all be mostly singing in one song, because of course he's got the range with the screams too, but like the singing is just, it's interesting to hear that much different like difference between like some of the parts, just from him changing the way he pronounces words and enunciates. So I think that's really interesting. The next song is called Rosé. This is the longest song on the album. It's still 4 minutes 36 seconds, not super long, but that is the longest song on the album. So I will be listening to this by itself, of course. But yeah, this is Rosé. Me being sick, I'm starting to feel myself fade. Sorry, guys. Sorry, that guitar line reminded me of something. Metallica, I can't think of it though. Might be Nothing Else Matters, to be honest.
Sweet rosé has a flavor that makes one man happy.
Again, a different style of singing.
Sad. choose.
This sounds like old country. Like old country.
Once true, but if only I could have you.
Like Johnny Cash.
Well, I'll make it fast. Pass me the glass.
Love these chord progressions though.
Will make you fly. I'm higher than the other guys.
This is almost like a really nice palette cleanser.
I might have a problem.
Ooh.
But ain't that what makes it fun? This liquor takes my fucking head off.
The arpeggiated keys in the back
Than a loaded gun.
are definitely an interesting touch.
Sweet rosé has a flame.
You can barely hear them, but they've been panning, which is interesting too.
Makes one man happy when makes one man sad. Baby, why would you choose? I know what's true. But if only I could have you. Well, I'll make it fast. Pass me the glass.
Such interesting enunciation of some of these words.
Will make you fly.
Love this part. Almost mystical sounding because of that chord progression.
The other guys. Fuck.
Okay. They're still panning those keys back and forth. This has got to be going somewhere weird. I can feel it. There it is. Yep. I was waiting. Interesting reference. I hear those lyric references right there. Wow. That got dark.
Alcohol travels through the blood and attacks the brain, slowly shrinking it over time until there is nothing left of one's own humanity.
Ooh. What was that? What is going on? Okay. Before we get into that, interesting. So that was Rose. Yeah, when that song first started, at least the first half of it, I was like, I might not have much to say about this, but then it devolved, not in a bad way. It you could tell from the person's point of view, lyrically, they devolved. They went down on a downward spiral. It definitely took a dark turn. Talking about alcoholism, it sounded like. Definitely some lyrical references to that one song. I don't remember the name of it, but I'm sure you guys do. But yeah, that song is a good example of when the lyrics match up with the feeling of the music. And what I mean by that is, I know there's probably some musical term out there for it. I don't know it. But what I'm talking about is when basically you felt the switch flick with the lyrics because it started repeating drinking over and over again. And in my mind, I was like, oh, this is someone with a drinking problem. This is them getting worse. And the music actually reflected that, not just the lyrics, because it got really heavy and it created this downward spiral feeling, not just lyrically, but musically. So I really appreciate when bands can do that. They can tie the lyrics to the music with a singular feeling. Because sometimes you get songs that lyrically, I mean, there's a ton of bands out there that lyrically, their songs are all about different subjects, but instrumentally, the songs kind of sound the same. So it is impressive when bands can kind of convey a feeling through the instruments, not just the lyrics and the singing and, the vocal melodies. When they can convey it through the instruments too, it's really impressive. So really cool. Definitely didn't expect that. Because it started out almost sounding like old country. So didn't expect that change. So that was cool. The next song is 70 Thorns featuring Jonathan Davis. I'm assuming the Jonathan Davis of Korn, which is cool because I've definitely heard some very Korn-esque inspiration in this album a little bit here and there. So that's interesting that he's actually on this album. So that's cool. So yeah, let's just get into this. Very thrashy, power metal. More thrashy, yeah. Wasn't expecting thrash metal either, again. What an interesting vocal change, too.
I'll take it personally.
Whoa.
You were versed in virtually nerfing the herd. Believe heard at least 20 people take turns.
Love this trap
like I'm a
feeling.
In the first degree.
Interesting vocals here, too. Ooh. Oh, the drum sounds so good here. Oh, I love this way the snare sounds. Wow. That was a sick drum solo. I like that. Okay, next is going to be an interlude into the next song. Interesting. Okay, so that was, what was the song called? Sorry, guys. 70 Thorns with, featuring Jonathan Davis. Yeah, that was very cool. I think Jonathan Davis's voice fits so well with this instrumental and just mixes well with, the singer of Kim Dracula. Now, I have to look something up because I don't want to keep getting it wrong. Okay. That's what I thought. So I thought Kim Dracula was a solo artist. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a full band, because I just didn't know. But anyway, the Kim Dracula and Jonathan Davis mix so well together. I think it just fits this kind of genre very well. So yeah, very, very cool song. Love anytime they go into the fast screaming. That's one of my favorite parts about Kim Dracula is when they do that fast screaming. They're very good at that. They do that so well. And then just just a very corn-like chorus, which is cool. It's cool to hear. Another thing I want to point out, and this doesn't really have to do with the music either. It's just something cool I thought I'd point out. So I'm listening to this on YouTube. So if you hover above the YouTube bar, it'll show you what the most replayed part of each song was. And I think it's funny that the most replayed part of every single song so far has been 0, the start of the song. Just means people want to restart and listen again, which is awesome. I think that's really cool. Because obviously I'm scrolling back because my YouTube's auto-playing into the next song, so I want to make sure I start the song from 0. And I think that's what other people are doing too. But I think it's kind of cool that most replayed is just the start of every song. So anyway, the next 2 songs are an interlude, which is The Prestige, into Reunion and Reintegration. Sorry, I thought it said retrogression. Reintegration. So we are cruising. We're probably going to listen to the last 6 songs in groups of 2, just because they're all 3 or less minutes. So, because we only have 3 groups of 2 left. So, let me pull this back up.
Plan is perfect and foolproof. There is no turning back. You know what you want to do. I think you should do it. Go ahead with the plan. Go ahead with the plan. Go ahead with the plan. You should do it. I think you should go ahead with the plan.
Interesting buildup of tension into possibly the heaviest intro of the album. Nice guitar. Nice doomy guitars. Interesting contrast though with the light vocals on top. Ooh, love this. Love that vocal layer too in octaves. Ooh. Oh. Love the melodies on this song so far. Ooh. Nice. Back into this heavy guitar riff and double bass. Oh yeah.
Guess who, you fucking imbecile?
Oh boy.
If you see me, you better fucking run.
Ooh. What? Interesting. That was interesting. Interesting transition. Nice pause. Love a good pause. Okay. Sorry. Oh, I love the acoustic. That was Reunion and retro. I can't speak. Reunion and Reintegration. Now I think as usual with those songs, it started out pretty structured, and then it went into that really heavy part in the second verse, and then it became a little bit less structured after that. It almost sounded like he was coughing in that heavy part, or almost kind of making fun of some of the vocals that some bands do with the just like the pig squeals and just like the whatever he did, it was very jarring, to say the least. Definitely different. And then I liked a lot of the vocal melodies on that one. The chorus was interesting. I still don't know how I feel about it yet. Yeah, I don't think I like that one as much. The more I listened to it, the more I was like, I'm not sure how to feel about that one yet. I still think my favorite songs have been Undercover and Industry Secrets, to be honest. I really do like My Confession. I think that's a really good song. I think Luck is a Fine Thing was really good too. Drown was excellent. So yeah, I like a lot of these songs so far. There's only 4 left. So we're going to listen to Kitty Kitty and then Make Me Famous next.
Kitty been sleeping around.
I like that bass tone. What is that? Wow, okay. Did not expect this to go here. Wow. This is cool. Nice. What a cool chorus. Very pop punk here. Nice, pick up that punk feeling again. Love the falsetto, so good. Ooh. We're rising. We're rising. Wow. Sorry, it's so good. Might be one of the best choruses in my opinion.
I looked at Kitty and I knew she was up to something. Oh God.
Oh, that guitar tone.
There's no turning back now.
Cool. I like that one. That one was really cool. Love that chorus. This is Make Me Famous. Already building an atmosphere, I see.
10, 9, 8, 7, Barracks ready to the finish line. Ready, shut the fucking grip up with these minutes into AR-15. This is Johnny, this is Johnny. Only Johnny says better than now. I'm the one that wants to eat this guy that just needs a bit of...
Just like that. And of course, we'll always give it to him.
It's enough to make you think. It's enough.
Oh.
Irish!
Oh, wow. Okay. that might be the heaviest one on the album. There were I can't speak. There was definitely heavier parts on the album, but like that might have been the heaviest song overall as a whole. Very cool. I really liked both of those songs. Love the chorus. Honestly, the chorus of both of those probably some of the best chorus of the album too. Just they are very good at creating these choruses, and I'm here for it. I love these choruses. Especially their singing voice is just so. Especially when they use that tone, I don't know how to describe it. There's just a certain tone they use in, like, especially a lot of the choruses that just kind of clicks with my brain, and I love it. And yeah, that song in general, I just love the heavy feeling of it. Again, I'm primarily listen to metal, so I love metal. Very cool song. Interesting vocal effects again. Some of the vocal panning and vocal flourishes thrown here and there. Definitely interesting. Next is the last two songs of the album. The last full song is called Iris, and then a 28-second outro, The End for Now. So we're going to listen to that, and then I'll wrap up my thoughts for the whole album. More somber start.
And I'd give up forever to touch you, 'cause I know that you feel me somehow.
Isn't that...
Closest to heaven that I'll
What song is that?
And I don't wanna go home right now. And all I can taste is this moment.
Sorry.
And all I can breathe is your light. And sooner or later it's over. I just don't wanna miss you tonight. But I don't want the world to see me.
Ooh.
'Cause I don't think that they understand. When everything's made
Love
to
the
be
gruffness in their voice.
I just want you to know who I am.
Love how sparse this is, too. Not a lot of layers going on yet.
And you can't fight the tears that ain't coming.
Yeah.
Or the moment of truth in your lies. When everything feels like the movies. Yeah, you bleed just to
His
know
vocals feel
you're
very
alive.
upfront, too. Like he's breathing into my ear.
To see me.
But I think that works with the very empty feeling instrumental.
Understand.
Wow.
Okay, hello? Hello? Is this thing on?
Interesting.
Okay. Well, if you're still here listening, I guess that means you made it to the end of the album. So
I did.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
And you know what? I actually think that...
Where'd you go?
What do you mean Kim's dead? What? Okay, I gotta go.
Huh? Okay. Interesting. I'm sorry. It went into another song from 3 years ago that I've never heard. That might be a later reaction. Anyway, yeah, I'll probably end up reacting to that song later. I hope that red outline wasn't there the whole time. It might have been. Oh well, I don't care. Anyway, that was Iris into the last song of The End for Now. Couple things to comment on those two songs. Is Iris a cover? Because I know that melody from a song. I don't know the title of the song I'm thinking of, though, so I couldn't tell you if that's actually a cover or just a parody or a spoof on it. I don't know. Let me know if that's a cover, because I just don't know. And then the end, couple things about the outro. I know it's only 28 seconds, but what could I have to, or 15 seconds, whatever it was. What could I have to say about it? It's interesting that voice that keeps coming back in some of these interludes and the outro, that like stuffed up voice. I like the continuation of that throughout the album. That's kind of funny. And then the other thing I wanted to mention was how he said Kim's dead at the end of that. And the music video I just watched for Molecular Conversion had a gravestone of Kim Dracula, and it said, I forget what year it started, but to 2022, which was, I believe, the year this album came out. It was either that or 23. I don't remember what year this album came out, but I think that's kind of some interesting lore. And I'm curious to see if I should watch the music videos for more lore like that. Music videos aside and all that aside, let's talk about the album. Oh, I also wanted to mention, I am sorry if my energy started to decline near the end. I'm sick, so I am starting to feel pretty bad. I was going to stream after this, and I decided not to because I just not feeling good. So yeah, I kind of lost my energy at the end. I still enjoyed the album very much, though. So yeah, that being said, very, very cool album. Let me take these off. Sorry. Had a lot of cool stuff in it. I think that's gonna have to definitely get a second listen to fully digest what I just heard, because there was a lot of stuff, a lot of changes, a lot of jumping around that I didn't necessarily. Some parts I was like, okay, what just happened? But yeah, let's talk about some of the. I won't keep this too long because I did talk a lot after each song. So, drum work. I wanted to say that I didn't really notice. Sometimes I pick up on the drum production right away. I didn't really notice it right away this time, except for that drum solo in the one song. And that was beautifully like done and produced. The drums sound great. I love the mixture of keyboards and synths and electronics in a lot of this, because it's not just straight metal. It's not just straight one genre. You know, you got, and the choices they're using, because like you have some of that stuff that's just piano, like near the end. But then you have these 80s sounding synths in some songs. Some of it's more modern electronic EDM. And then some of it's just trap. So you get those low 808s, those bass, and then the trap beats behind it. I love the mixture of trap and metal too, because some of it's just like a trap beat with singing. Some of it's the trap beats with the fast screaming, which the fast screaming too, also just a highlight of the album. I think, and then yeah, some of the riffs too. Some of the riffs were just really cool. Not just the heavy parts and the low tune guitars and the breakdowns, but yeah, some of those riffs were really neat. You got some cool guitar flourishes here and there too. I think the highlight for me was definitely the vocals. Sorry. The vocals definitely the highlight for me, because they just have such control over their voice and being able to change it and do different things with it, whether it's screaming, spoken word, rapping, singing, and just changing the tone within those categories too, to make different sound almost like a different person. Very, very cool. This definitely makes me excited for new music from Kim Dracula, because especially since I've heard the newest song, Molecular Conversion, that really kind of inspired me to go back and listen to this, because I'd never heard this before, and I'm glad I did. I really enjoyed that album, and I'm excited to see what they come up with next, because I haven't looked yet, but let me know. Well, you can let me know if you want to. I'll probably end up looking it up anyway. But with their new singles, or single. I don't know if Molecular Conversion is the first in the new album cycle. Have they announced an album yet, or are these just singles so far? Let me know, and if not, I'll probably end up looking it up anyway. So, very, very cool. Let me know what you guys think of this album. I'm sorry I didn't include music videos in that also. I found the playlist on Kim Dracula's page, and that was the easiest way for me to do this album reaction. So that's what I went with. But if you want me to watch the music videos just to get more of the lore, I can. Eventually. And I'll also go back to lyrics too, just to see some of that content, because I didn't really catch all the lyrics of this whole album. But yeah, instrumentally and vocally, very, very impressive. Really enjoyed that, and I know a lot of people enjoy this too. So let me know what you guys think of this album, if you guys are excited for the next, and if you guys want me to react to anything else, whether it's more Kim Dracula, whether it's just random songs or full album reactions too, because I will always be down to do those. Let me know in the comments below, and I will add all that stuff to the list, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.